Ding Dong Bell, a harmless nursery rhyme or a forgotten story, too disturbing for children to understand, because hidden behind these simple words is a tale of cruelty, punishment, and a mystery connected to old England's darkest streets. And the creepiest part, for centuries, parents sang this to children without ever questioning what it truly meant. Tonight, we uncover the disturbing history behind Ding Dong Bell. You probably remember the rhyme. Ding dong bell, pussy's in the well. Who put her in? Little Johnny Flynn. Who pulled her out? Little Tommy Stout. Simple, strange, random. At least that's what it seems. But think about it carefully. Why is a cat trapped inside a well? Why would children sing about animal cruelty? And why does the rhyme sound strangely judgmental? Many historians believe this rhyme wasn't created just for entertainment. It may have been a warning, or even worse, a reflection of real events. To understand the rhyme, we need to travel back hundreds of years. Old England was not the cheerful world fairy tales describe. The streets were filthy. Disease spread everywhere. And superstition ruled people's minds. Back then, cats were feared, especially black cats. Many believed cats were connected to witches, curses, and evil spirits. People tortured animals during festivals and public punishments. Cruelty wasn't hidden, it was entertainment. And wells. Wells were terrifying places. Deep, dark, silent holes that symbolized danger and death. If something disappeared into a well, people feared it was gone forever. So, when children heard pussies in the well, it may have sounded horrifying even back then. But what about the words? Ding dong bell. Why begin with bells? In medieval villages, church bells weren't just for prayer. They announced death, punishments, executions, disasters. The sound of bells instantly grabbed attention. Imagine hearing bells ring through a foggy village before discovering a trapped animal in a well. Some researchers believe the rhyme mimicked the sound of public alarm bells, almost like society itself was watching, judging, listening, and waiting to see who was guilty. Now comes the strangest part. Who put her in? Little Johnny Flynn. Was Johnny Flynn real? No one knows. Some historians believe these names represented naughty children used as examples. Others think the rhyme was designed to teach morality. One child commits cruelty, another rescues the victim. Good versus evil, punishment versus redemption. But there's another darker theory. Some believe the rhyme reflects public shaming traditions, where communities blamed individuals for crimes or cruelty through songs and stories. In a time before newspapers, rhymes spread gossip, and sometimes those rhymes lasted forever. The cat in the rhyme may symbolize far more than an animal. Throughout history, cats represented mystery, secrets, the supernatural. In some cultures, harming a cat was believed to bring terrible luck. Yet in others, cats were tortured during bizarre rituals meant to cleanse evil. Disturbing but true. So the image of a cat trapped helplessly inside a well could symbolize innocence trapped in darkness, or society punishing what it feared. And suddenly, this children's rhyme doesn't feel childish anymore. Here's something most people never realize. Many nursery rhymes are deeply disturbing. Ring Around the Rosie is linked to plague theories. Rock-a-Bye Baby contains imagery of falling cradles. London Bridge is Falling Down speaks of collapse and destruction. Why? Because long ago, rhymes were easier to remember than history books. People used songs to pass down warnings, fears, tragedies, and social lessons. Children repeated them for generations without understanding their true origins. And Ding Dong Bell may be one of the clearest examples. A cheerful melody hiding a cruel story underneath. Interestingly, later versions of the rhyme were changed. One older version included lines criticizing the boy who harmed the cat, who never did him any harm, but killed the mice in his father's barn. The rhyme originally carried a moral lesson. Cruelty was wrong. But over time, people shortened the rhyme, softened it, and removed its darker meaning until it became just another harmless nursery song. Or so we thought. So, what is Ding Dong Bell really about? A simple moral tale, a memory of cruelty in medieval England, a warning hidden inside music, or proof that nursery rhymes were never truly meant for children at all. Maybe that's why these old rhymes still feel strange today. Because somewhere deep inside, we recognize the darkness hidden beneath the melody. So next time you hear Ding Dong Bell pushes in the well, ask yourself, was it ever just a rhyme? Or was it history disguised as a children's song? If you enjoyed uncovering the dark secrets behind forgotten nursery rhymes, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and comment below which nursery rhyme should we uncover next. Because the deeper we dig into these old songs, the darker they become.